Yo, what's up, everybody? Too Much Brian back here on Too Much Best Ball, and I am literally so excited for this that I fell down the stairs coming up here for this. It's got to be matched. You guys have to be as excited as me. My adrenaline's pumping. My elbows are scraped up. Let's get this thing rolling. Yes, we are back with another episode of Too Much Best Ball. We're doing a live draft here on this lovely Tuesday. It's gonna be a great time, guys. We've got a fast puppy up here. I think that's what we're gonna jump into. Take advantage of that while it is still open, really, because it should be closing up here in the next few days. 3 people away from jumping in. How we doing? Where's everybody in the chat? Let's pull that up because I forgot to do that last time. Bam. Make sure we get a little participants up in here. Yeah, I'm excited. This is peak best ball summer right here. All the news of training camp starting to come out. It's warming up. We're seeing guys go on the pup list. It's tilt time. I'm ready for it. I will be thoroughly tilted for at least the next 6 weeks. Yeah, this is gonna be great. And so draft's about to start. Let's check out where we are. 108. Nice. Right there in the back half. Right, middle-ish. Excited here to kind of mix it up, see what the second round ADP has shaken up to. Yeah, I haven't drafted in like 2-3 days. It's wild. I'm struggling. It's okay. We're here on a Tuesday drafting all live. Well, thank you. Gotta wet the whistle. Keep it rolling, of course. 108. It might be a running back here to start us off and then coming back with a wide receiver. Not exactly sure. I do love me some Bijan. I've been taking a lot of that guy this year. So we'll have to see who falls to us. Go ahead and get my little cheat sheet up here. Make sure that I've got my playoff schedule, weeks 15, 16, and 17. We're going to see if we can correlate this bad boy. But we're not going to force it. Never. Oh, look, we got somebody in the chat. No, just kidding. Just the one person. A little shy. That's fine. Wait till I screw up. Then you can yell at me. All right. CeeDee Lamb and CMC. It's been pretty common. Some might say boring. I don't know if we're going to really get any sort of shakeup outside of CeeDee Lamb tearing something. I think these two are pretty locked in as the top 2 picks with Tyreek Hill coming in after. Pretty boring so far. Same usual guys coming off the board. Justin Jefferson slide all the way to us. Do we want to take him if he does? Got those 2 running backs. Come on, we're going to be able to get one of the 2. Let's go Bijan. Come on, Bijan. Tired of taking Jets players. I'm not going to lie. Yes, we get it. We're not tilting our face off. Not that you're really tilting in the first round. But as I was just about to say, I've been taking so many Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson here in the first round, and it's the Jets. They did horrible last year. Bounce backs are coming, right? But do I want to be taking them consistently in the first round, banking on them that much? I don't know. I'd like to spread it around. So Bijan, that opportunity popped up. Or going hero RB. Yeah, let's go. All right. We excited? Excited to be out there? Just me and that one person, but it's all right. We're excited to have them. Puka and A.J. Brown, those are my 2 favorites. That's why I get stuck with Garrett Wilson. I feel like they go right in front of me every time. Then it's him. It's him, and then the question marks start popping up with Drake London and Marvin Harris and Chris Olave. Wow, Chris Olave is up there at wide receiver 11. Interesting. This is I've just never felt a lack of confidence, I feel like, and sorry, let me reposting that. Sweet. For the people who aren't watching, they know we're up and live. Pull up the big board. Up in 2 picks. We've got double running backs there. It's kind of locking us in for a wide receiver. It doesn't seem like we'll be going double RB now. Not that I don't like Saquon and Achane, but just not this early. Not here at 2-5. So we're up next. Drake London would be a nice little 1-2 punch, really going hard on Atlanta, which I don't mind, but it's risky. That's for sure. Kirk Cousins has to bring the Coles cash each and every week if we want that to line up. And the auto pick pulls Drake London out of there. All right, so Washington, the Giants, and Las Vegas would be the three that would be really good. I don't have a lot of Chris Olave. Wide receiver's a lot. Wide receiver 11's a lot for him, but we're going to take it. They play Atlanta in the first week of the playoffs there in week 15, so there's a little correlation there. I've been taking a lot of Kamara, so I doubt we'll get him anywhere there. So Olave it is. We'll pull up the big board because we're waiting, folks. Yeah, so many picks. Don't you wish you could trade up? Damn, I do. And when you're contemplating all these picks, trying to figure out who to take, where do you go? Me personally, I like to go to the Fantasy Football Advice Network. Yeah, go check it out, folks. Go hang out there, see all the wonderful things we're doing. It's social media without the BS. It's all fantasy football all the time. It's great. All right, there we go. HN goes with Tyreek Hill. Surprise, surprise. Let's see who we have next. The CD manager. Do they take Barkley still on the board? Oh wow. I frequently when I'm taking Lamb there at 2, I usually come back with either a Barkley or Devonta Smith. Maybe they're rolling the dice, seeing if they can get him on the way back. Not that one. Come on, man. Where's that Philly-Dallas correlation? Nowhere. Saying goodbye. All right, so looking at the board, we've got Atlanta, Washington Giants, and the Saints would be teams that could give us correlation. And then on the Saints side, since we do have Olave, let's see here where they at. Las Vegas. Oh my God, I read that wrong. That's Vegas. They play in the 15th. Oh, wow. We dropped the ball there. Way to go, Brian. I think Derek Carr had me messing up. So, correction. Atlanta plays Vegas, the Raiders, in week 15, not New Orleans. I don't know why I was getting that mixed up here on my sheet. But Vegas does play New Orleans in the championship. So, we might be able to stretch a connection between the two and still play in correlation station. Get the train whistle going. Ready? Doo-doo. God, that was great. Oh, that was amazing, everybody. More toot-toots coming your way. All right. Up on the board, we have Michael Pittman. We've got Houston. I think I might be looking at Pittman, actually. Baltimore, Derrick Henry. Yeah, let's go with Pittman. Because I know that Pittman plays the Giants in week 17, and we were also looking for the Giants who play Atlanta in week 16. So if we're cleaning up in the back end, if we go heavy QB early on, grab one of these first guys, we can grab Daniel Jones in the back, have a nice little, little 1-2 punch there with all that correlation. Yeah, we'll see. Play it by ear, folks. That is the beauty of these drafts. You do as many as you need to get it right. And the budget's low. That's why you jump in these $5 ones, Me, personally, I look at my lunch. Do I go buy lunch today? Do I jump in 5 puppy drafts? That's what we're looking at here. Priorities, folks. Dollar menu at Taco Bell, and then you clean up with a few lunch drafts. That's the way to go. And that's so my favorite part about these puppies, too. The 20-second clock. Instead of taking about an hour to do these drafts, we're doing like 40 minutes. It's great. 30-minute lunch at work plus an extra 10 because some tinker stinker time. Wow, this dude's going. Not that it's a bad word, casuals, but casuals are coming back, man. Maybe not. Maybe this dude plays a lot and he's just going to crush with the heavy RB. But Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, and Isaiah Pacheco, that is sturdy RB. Ideally, he wouldn't draft, but maybe one more. Just looking at the wow. There's no way you could need because it's wild. You only start so many of these guys each and every week. So how many running backs do you want to have? Like he's going to need wide receivers the rest of the draft just to make sure he can cover filling all those spots. That's wild. All right, back on the clock here. What are we looking at? Probably should have looked just a second sooner. Washington does play Atlanta last week. Do we take Terry McLaurin? Let me go ahead and star him. Look at all these quarterbacks. I'm like drooling at the thought of grabbing them, but they really don't line up with what we're looking for. So yeah, we're going to take Scary Terry. Don't really love getting him at wide receiver 27-ish is where we bought him. Not a huge fan of that. he tends to bring that in. He's a middling wide receiver 2, low end wide receiver 2 on as far as history goes, but it feels a little funky to take him there. I guess just looking at all of these quarterbacks and tight ends, is everybody just pushing them? This is crazy. There we go. The dominoes are falling, folks. But it's a good thing if we don't end up taking one of these guys, and most of these 14 picks that we're going to see go could really benefit us for another wide receiver falling or another running back. So teams we're looking to correlate with, Washington, we have Atlanta, New Orleans that they play. So we've got 2 players there already. Philly as well, but it's kind of long gone. Atlanta also plays Washington, the Giants, and the Raiders. And then New Orleans is playing Washington. So we've got a nice little group here. And New Orleans plays Green Bay. So any excuse for me to might pry Christian Watson later on out of the draft, I'm cool with that. As far as running backs go from this team, I don't know if we'll need to take one. Elite tight end. So Atlanta has one. I say elite. Top end tight end. Washington does not. We can grab him at the very end. New Orleans, we can grab him at the very end. Vegas, we can grab. Oh, man, this is interesting. We also have the Giants and the Indy. So I might take Anthony Richardson here. Son of a bitch, folks. I don't try to do it. I got to change my decor behind me. This is getting bad because, I think we might be taking Anthony Richardson here. We do have Michael Pittman, so we have correlation there. He does dip into the Giants a little bit because we're seeing some connections with that and some of the pieces we've already taken. Oh, my gosh. Running backs, I don't love the guys that are here with us already sitting on Bijan. Don't stop. Let's do it. We're doing it. Can't stop me now. Anthony Richardson is going to kill my best ball season. Gross. I don't want to even tell y'all what my exposure is. I'll say it's less than 30, but it's high. It's freaking high. Maybe it's more like less than 35%. Oh, man. All right, here we go. We got the short turn coming our way. All right. 4 running backs, guys, on the clock. Let's see what he does here. Does he take a 5th? Come on, man. Do it. Let me see you. Just stack those running backs. Oh, Calvin Ridley's his first wide receiver off the board. Does he stay true to just stacking wide receivers after this, or does he get his onesie positions as well kind of early and then literally just finish the draft just wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver? I will say, it's as far as me talking crap about it, I've never tried it. Never tried the strategy. It doesn't typically prove to have to yield high results. But if you're only doing half a dozen of these for the whole season, you got to shoot for the stars. So it's a shoot for the stars kind of lineup. Let's go for wide receiver again. What's he got? Come on, pull the trigger, man. Go quarterback. Wide receiver. All right, Rome Odunze. I don't know that I noticed that Kyle Pitts went off the board already. Oh, he did. Oh, he went right before Anthony Richardson. Okay. Giants, Tennessee, Denver. Tag Hopkins here as a potential. Just with my Indy correlation going there. Jacksonville, Vegas. I think we're punting tight end here, folks. Pitts would have been the best one to grab. So we're going to go DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, Christian Watson was right there. Oh, I probably should have grabbed him. No, DeAndre Hopkins, Tennessee, I'm not going to have a whole lot of exposure, but he does play Indianapolis in that second week. So now that I'm kind of going, not a strong Indy build, but it looks like I will have several pieces there. Jelani Woods might be a consideration for us. And just, I don't want to stack a whole lot of receivers with him, but a couple pieces, and it looks like we are punting tight ends. So we'll probably grab 3 of those guys. Do we get wild? Do we get wild though, folks, and grab Jaden Daniels as our, we'll sub in him as our early onesie position and go to semi-early. Oh man, folks, we're gonna get wild. I think we might do it. We might do it. Let me unstar him so we don't take him too early. My wife learned that early in her drafting days this summer. Right now, we're looking at a 1140 build. Like I said, we're punting tight end. Just a lot of the teams we're correlating with, we can get those teams tight ends way late. So Alvin Kamara is there. We do have a soft touch of the Saints, trying to correlate some of those pieces. Wouldn't be a bad one here with us just looking at the one running back. Yeah, Evan Ingram now. I don't think we're going to do that. Not for this build. I don't mind the value for Ingram because he's now at ADP 75.5. So anything past this is a value, but he would play Tennessee in Week 17, so you got to touch a correlation on that. Where's Brian Robinson? We might be able to come back with. Oh my goodness, folks. So ideally, if we want Jaden Daniels, we'd have to come back on him on the short term. And then we'd be waiting all the way till this next pick at 104. So let's scroll up to 104, kind of see who's going to be in that range. Brian Robinson, I'd want him just for that. This draft does. Oh, wow, this guy. Let's take Alvin Kamara. Let's go ahead. We're round 7. We'll take our second running back. Correlation with Chris Olave does give us the opportunity if we don't take Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed. Oh my gosh, this is killing me. These names: Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love, Jaden Reed, and Jaden Daniels. It's killing me. The three of those guys. But yeah, we got Carr as an option. We really don't need to spend up on the second quarterback spot, especially since we did spend that capital on Anthony Richardson. But oh man, it's tempting just to wait and see if we get one of these guys. Because they'd be going right around ADP if we wait for them, if we don't take them here. It's a lot of running backs in this spot too. And we just took one. So Brock Bowers is here if we did want to go take a tight end. I don't have a whole hell of a lot of exposure to him, but it's a possibility for us too because we do have some Raider love in here and going against Atlanta and the the Raiders or the Saints. My bad. All right, what do we do, folks? Somebody hop in that chat. Tell me what we're doing. Take Brock Bowers and roll the dice on one of these Washington players. Oh, that is a long turn, folks. Next pick is 104, ADP 101 and 104. So we're hoping they fall. If not, this is part of the draft that gets ugly. Oh, we are on the clock. Brian Robinson won't be our top pick. Let's go Brock Bowers. Let's do it. Jaden Daniels, we're going to figure cross that you come back to us because we're going to see. Gonna see, folks. All right, pull up the big board. Count it down with me. Let's see if we can get our guy. Come back to us, man. So Ocho Cougar is up. He's got a quarterback. Allen does not. And his ADP at 101, Jaden Daniels. Yeah, Jaden Daniels. It's killing me now. I'm second guessing every single time. James Conner, nice. And then 3 of these next 4 teams that are going to be picking, they do have quarterbacks already. So we're hoping no one's doubling up this early, unless you're taking Joe Burrow. Hope he doesn't scare him into it. Cannot be reactionary here, folks. Well, in your drafting, you can react to the board. That's my favorite thing. All right. All y'all got quarterbacks. Calm your tits. Because we do not need Alan M. Pock to freak out. All right, let's check out let's see what's on the queue. Do we get him? Put Rashid Shaheed up here as well. Oh, yeah, if we don't get him, I think we're going for Derek Carr. Taking Rashid Shaheed. Brian Robinson will be in conversation here. We've got Bijan and Kamara, but they both have week 12 buys. So now that I see that, Brian Robinson. Oh, come on. Don't do it to me. You've got 2 QBs. We're good here. Allen is up next, folks. Cross your fingers. That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting to see if Allen screws the pooch. Don't do it, dude. No, there goes Brian Robinson. All right, decisions are being made for us. Son of a bitch. Allen, don't do it, Allen. Don't do it, Allen. Oh, auto pick. Don't do it to me. Auto pick, Allen. My heart. Oh, my God. But Ramsey. I don't even know how I'd noticed that. But Ramsey does not have a quarterback. Oh, shit. Come on. Let him fall. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let him fall. Oh, because our backup would be, I guess, Rashid Shaheed. Oh, and he took him instead. All right, let's do it. Round 9, 2 QBs. Oh, and we took a tight end. This was supposed to be in lieu of onesie position. As Drake would say, YOLO? No, that felt gross. This isn't 10 years ago. 12 years ago. Yeah, college is about when I remember that. Anyway. So how we looking, folks? How we liking it? Anthony Richardson and Jade. See, this is why y'all are supposed to be in the chat. Supposed to say, hey, Brian. They both have week 4. This is terrible. All right, so we just turned it up a notch on the difficulty. We're going in hard with 2 early running backs and quarterbacks with matching buys. So glad we did take a tight end early, because now we're probably just going to take 2 because we have to take a 3rd freaking quarterback. Holy crap. All right, back to be on the board. Our short turn's coming to an end. Holy crap. Who let this happen? Huh? Who let this happen? I want to know. Luckily, week 12 is our bye on these running backs. So, great, they could be hurt by then. But at the same time, a lot of these running backs that we're looking at, they could be full-time starters or significantly higher starters at this point in the season. Oh, boy. About to be on the clock. I'm just looking for players right now that can give me correlation. A.D. Mitchell, I'd probably take if I wouldn't have taken Pittman, but we did. So I think Dontavian Wicks, actually. We're talking about making that Green Bay correlation happen. Let's hop on the tracks and get this train rolling, because Correlation Station is leaving. Dontavian Wicks. Yes, Green Bay plays New Orleans in week 16. We'll need a blow-up game from him. Son of a bitch. I'm kicking myself over this quarterback conundrum. Talk about 2 guys who have almost no ceiling because of their rushing ability. Jaden Daniels, he might be the better thrower of the 2. Anthony Richardson's got that rocket, but Daniels, man, these 2 both could just have win you weeks. Yeah, week in and week out. So having them both go shot for shot here it's an expensive price to pay, and a stupid one at that, with the bye weeks matching. But we're going to see if we can overcome it. That's what we're doing here. Josh Downs is there. John Dotson. Xavier Legette. We do need another running back. Kendre Miller's there as a possibility. I guess we do have Kamara, so maybe we don't want to go that direction. The backfield was a little bit more ambiguous. I would. Austin Eckler is going to be a thought here. Week 14 bye. Yes, cool. It's gross. Not a huge Eckler guy this year, but stranger things have happened. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, doo, 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 doo. Gross. I'm going to star him. This is really gross. That means he has to be healthy here on week 12 for me. Most likely he will be a starter for me. Nick Chubb and Jerome Ford. Look at them going back-to-back in ADP. 127. It's wild. I mean, look, clearly all it takes is to get some popularity is, squatting 600 pounds, and it just gets everybody's feathers ruffled. God. Let me go to John Dotson's right there. These wide receivers do get ugly quick. Which one do we want to do, folks? Yeah, let's take Eckler. Let's take Eckler. So excited on that one. It's okay. It's all right. Just week 12. We should have it in the bag by then. 11 straight weeks of Kamara and Bijan just catching ball after ball. We can take off a week. I think we'll be okay. Week 14, we might have to take off as well because my quarterbacks are going to be preoccupied, icing those legs. All right, so teams we're looking at: Indy, Washington, the Giants, Atlanta, New Orleans, Vegas, All right, so let's roll through here. We've got a 2-3-5-1 build right now. Let's just go through here and just start starring some of the guys we do like. Kendre Miller, bam. Oh, wait, no, we don't want Kirk. Not that I wouldn't have loved to have Kirk as my second one, but at this point, Tyler Algier, do I want to take that? No. Keep on scrolling. Wandale, we'll tag him for that Giants correlation there at the end. Keep on moving. Rashad Bateman, evidently, going to be a top guy in the league. If you listen to Harbaugh. Let's go ahead and take the Sean Dotson. It's a lot of Washington. It's a lot of Washington, folks. Let's hope Cliff and but if they have a terrible defense, they could be out on the field a lot. And they traded away just about everything they had it on defense during the season last year. So it could happen. Crazier things have happened. Let's back to our scroll. Moving through here. We got a few more picks for on the clock. I can't click Luke McCaffrey. It's just too much Washington. No. Daniel Jones. Tyron Tracy. Sean Johnson has no really correlation, but we're going to grab him anyway, so shut up. Got Derek Carr here. Darius Slayton. Yeah, what a part of the draft. News coming out that DJ Chark could be one of the starting and 11 personnel for the Chargers. That's interesting. Well, interesting enough for me to grab him here in best ball. Rondell Moore, shot in the dark. Alexander Madison. Do we click it? Yeah, let's go ahead and click it. We don't want to, but we're going to put it up there so we don't tilt our face off. Zach Ertz. Look at that. We're going to close it up with that. That's gross. That's gross. So here's where we are, people. This is what happens when you make bad decisions. You don't pay attention to all your bye weeks, or you try and do something radical. You don't pay attention. Speaking of radical, let's check out our fellow over here with his all running back strategy. So 4 straight running backs, doing pretty good here, grabbing some good pieces, and then he could not help it. He was tempted and he grabbed Nick Chubb. Again, 600-pound squats get us hot and bothered, especially can I borrow some money? Look, we're not going to talk trash about usernames, but if we did, we'd start with him. All right, here we go. We're up next. So just looking at the board, I got a lot of wide receivers I do like. Not a lot of running backs. Looks like I should be able to get Tyrone Tracy on the way back. Daniel Johnson. Okay. All right. So we grab Darnell Mooney here. Yeah, let's do it. We're looking for a shootout between Washington and Atlanta. Right now, Atlanta, I've only had Bijan, missing out on Drake London and Kyle Pitts. So we're going to grab Mooney here, looking for one hell of a shootout between them and Washington. Washington, like we're kind of looking at, I have 2 wide receivers, a running back, and the quarterback from that team. So I'm really leaning into this team at this point, which isn't what I thought. I thought they were going to be a complementary piece. So I really want to get pieces that line up with that, which would also include who they play in Week 15, New Orleans. And we have Kamara and Olave from that team. Philly's the only thing I don't have a sprinkle of. At this point, we might be able to get a running back there. Only have 3 right now. This is not a stout team at wide receiver. Not at all. Chris Olave, Pittman, Terry McLaurin, and then things get questionable with Hopkins, Wicks, Dotson, Mooney. Oh, man. 14, 15, 16. So we got 5 picks left. Quarterback, tight end, 3 more. So that leaves me 2 running backs and a wide receiver. Son of a bitch. Oh, God, folks. What a pickle we are in. My God. Who did this? Who hurt me? All right, let's go ahead and take Wan'Dale Robinson because I think we're only going to get 1 more wide receiver. So let's grab him. Not that he's going to be beat the world or compared to any of these other guys below him, but we'll go ahead and invest our highest pick of the ones remaining in him, and hopefully looking at the team, we can leave it at 8 wide receivers and clean up the rest of this because this is rough, folks. As of right now, I only have 1 starting running back for Week 12 as my studs are out. Again, we might be hindered 1 week, but it's okay. You're not going undefeated in these leading up to the tournament. So I think Tyrone Tracy is going to make his way onto the team as well. Right now, it looks like we are hoping for pretty decent season from the Giants. They're not projected to be one of the worst. Some people do have them coming out with the first overall pick next year, which could be so interesting. But they do play Indy and Atlanta, which we are pretty well invested into. So I think it's a good move there. Outside of that, we can take New Orleans, who we have pieces all across the board. If we have to take Derek Carr or Daniel Jones. Who? The older folks will get that one. As far as running backs, there are several ahead of Tyrone Tracy, so we're going to be reaching a little bit when we come up on the board here. But the guys that are in between them, I think at that point, the only reason you're grabbing any of these guys is situational. How does it play with your build? How does it play with your correlation pieces? So I've got no problem reaching at this point. With every coming passing round, you can reach just that much more, because their average price of pieces at this point, they get closer and closer. That's why when you look, some of these ADPs can be the same number across 4 or 5 guys because they all are synonymously swapped out. So it's kind of what we're looking at here. I think, we're going to go ahead and pull the trigger on Tyrone Tracy. I don't know why I just turned off Roschon Johnson. I'm probably not going to get him because I'm going to take quarterback. All right, let's take Tracy. Hopefully at this point, Tracy has taken over, or at least carved out enough of a role in Week 12 to help sit in with Austin Eckler. Oh my God, that's gross. we've got 3 picks left. We need one more tight end. And we need a quarterback because we fucked up the bye. Now, if we didn't screw the pooch on this bye situation, if I wouldn't have gone early there, could have been another wide receiver, could have beefed up that position a bit more. Maybe we're ending with just 7 wide receivers had we picked up another Studley there instead of going with that double quarterback. And then back here, I could comfortably take Derek Carr. Oh, gosh. Daniel Jones went. Count it down with my folks. Come on, Carr. Drive that MF home. Come on. Don't touch him. All 3 of these guys have 1 quarterback. No, all 3 of these guys have 2 quarterbacks. My mistake. That soccer 7MP. He's okay. Good. We're good. 2 more picks, baby. 2 more picks. This guy's hurting at running back, so he match up. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Okay. That's right. Don't stop. Get it. That's right. Let's get Derek Carr, a 3-quarterback build where we invested heavily in the beginning. This is too much. It's too much, folks. God, nobody's watching. Oh, my goodness. All right. Quarterback is now taken care of. We have 2 picks left, everybody. We need a tight end for show. Possibly even 2. If we would have nailed this quarterback position, we'd be taking 3 tight ends here. Had we not had Jaden Daniels, we'd have an extra spot, and we'd be taking 2 tight ends there at the end. Because I love Zach Ertz for the first month of the league. If you're ditching tight end, I think he's one of the best last picks of the draft because he should be heavily involved in this offense, at least early on. Cliff has their history with him. That's why he brought him in. We've seen younger talent sit behind Zach Ertz, and the coaches be fine with that. So that's kind of where I sit with him. 2 picks left. We're going tight end and running back. This is probably a weaker 8 wide receiver build, probably the weakest I've ever had. With the guys I have, Olave and Pittman are wide receiver 2s leading my team. Terry McLaurin is 2. So having 3 wide receiver 2s, Olave and McLaurin are capable of spike weeks. DeAndre Hopkins going to be 2. Will Levis threw it downfield at a ridiculous rate last year, only playing 9 games. Jahan Dotson, we've seen him come out with, 8 touchdowns his rookie year. So maybe this 3rd-year breakout, maybe we don't just throw it all away because he's not blooming like the new wide receivers of today's age. Darnell Mooney, I bet we can get 3 solid games out of him. Wan'Dale Robinson. If anything, he's just going to be it's half PPR here at Underdog. So hopefully he gives me just enough as a wide receiver 3 a handful of weeks. But that's going to have to get it done for me because I do need one more running back. I would love for Roschon Johnson to come back to me. Damn. The only piece that won't correlate for me. Everybody else correlates in some shape or form. It's wild. Johnny Woods is there. So we're going to take either Roschon or Jelani here. Estime's getting steam. He does play Indy in week 15, so maybe we'll put that there too, just as a pin in case Roschon goes 5.65. If these are weaker 5.65 builds on the running back, we could see him go. And at that point, I wouldn't mind. I gotta watch what I was gonna say. Wouldn't mind what there, Brian? Huh? Looks like we should get Roschon though. I kind of hope he goes so I can take Audric Estime. Just for the correlation. Let's do it. I've got a lot of Roschon. I don't have hardly any Estime. And like I said, he does play Indy in week 15. So it keeps me from... Congratulations, folks. We are wrapping up a completely correlated draft. Every single piece correlates to another in some shape or form. It's kind of beautiful, I'm not going to lie. If you really break down the values I've got sitting here, and the roster construction, it's questionable at best. But us spending our money to play a lottery fantasy football draft, that's probably questionable at best, if you ask my wife. So here we are. Like I said, we're going to finish off with tight end. We've got our short turn coming up. We should get our pick of either Jelani Woods or Zach Ertz. The thing I do like about Zach Ertz, too, I think he would actually complement the roster the best because I see his usage being early on in the season. I think there's a good possibility he trails off at the end. So him being available to possibly get us points here in the first few weeks as Brock Bowers is getting acclimated, that storyline writes itself well. But at the same time, if Senate somehow takes over the snaps in the second half of the year, the bye week is in week 10. So there's that narrative where Zach Ertz could be near irrelevant at that point. So Jelani Woods is younger, more athletic, more exciting. But I think Zach Ertz is safer in this situation. And that's horrible. That just feels gross for me to say. It just feels blasphemous. Yeah, we're going to do it. And we're already spreading the love on Washington. Spread it on pretty thick, despite their win total for this season. It looks like we are committing in. We're going to go Zach Ertz to top this off. Let's go to the big board. See us finish out this draft. Where are we going? Let's check out this guy's team. The Burrow guy. Keaton Mitchell, Nick Chubb. So he went heavy for RB, saying that these are the guys that are going to lead me to the promised land. But he also said, I'm not sure if they're all going to make it to the end. And if they don't, I've got the guys that should be healthy towards the end of the season to fill in. David Njoku, Hunter Henry, Mike Gesicki. Yeah, I wouldn't have done Gesicki. I'd take Justin Fields over Gesicki. If you want to play with a upside quarterback, I think that's definitely the guy you do it with. But we're not criticizing. No. We wouldn't do that. We don't criticize here on Too Much Best Ball. No. Boom, 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 boom. Bo Nix, there he goes. Wow, this guy punted quarterback. Starting with round 13, Stafford, Geno, Vidal, Senate, and then May, Nick. So 4 of his final 6 picks being quarterbacks. I like the build. I respect it. He started off 5 of 6 were wide receivers. So he had Amon-Ra, Waddle, DK Metcalf, Travis Kelce, Hollywood Brown, and Xavier Worthy. Damn. Patrick Mahomes went 1 pick ahead of him. So, but he didn't abandon the KC build, which you've got to like there. Let's go fast puppy. Beautiful draft. All right, so to wrap it up, my team consists of a 3-5-8-2 build. I've got 3 quarterbacks: Anthony Richardson, Jaden Daniels, Derek Carr. Running backs, we have Bijan, Alvin Kamara, Austin Eckler, Tyrone Tracy, and Audric Estime. And wide receiver, we have Chris Olave, Michael Pittman, Terry McLaurin, DeAndre Hopkins, Dontavian Wicks, Jahan Dotson, Darnell Mooney, and Wan'Dale Robinson. And tight end, we've got Brock Bowers and Zach Ertz. This is not a sexy finish for me, that's for sure. We have some studs, absolute studs at a couple of the positions between quarterback and running back. But at the same time, those studs at both positions have matching bye weeks. So I will struggle at the beginning or the end of the season. This is a team that going into week 11, I need to have lost only a couple of games because I'll probably lose 2 of the 3 between 12 and 14. That's not the worst thing in the world. Derek Carr does play. He'll fit in for me. And then my running backs, I'd have Austin Eckler, Tyrone Tracy, and Audric Estime. So week 12, I'm definitely losing. But 14, I can pull it off. Derek Carr, he's thrown 300 yards. Yeah, if he can just get the touchdowns to fall this year, I think that he could be a very viable streaming quarterback this year. But who knows? Who knows? Well, everybody, that was it's a good time. It's a good time. Did y'all have fun? I had fun. As always, we can't thank you guys enough for coming to hang out with you guys. You ladies, too. I know there's a handful out there. Couple. But we can't thank you enough for coming to hang out with us at Too Much Best Ball. Check out my other show I've got with Brennan. We have Too Much Fantasy Football, everything you need under the sun, fantasy football and redraft focus. Of course, Fantasy Football Advice Network. We have this is a great channel here on YouTube, almost at 11,000 subscribers. So make sure if you're not a part of the club, you hit that button and jump in. Like it, comment, let me know where I went wrong. Let me know where we can fix it for next time. And of course, come back for me for all of August. We will be doing live drafts here Tuesday, mid-morning, 11:30 Eastern time. But until then, I can't thank you enough for being here. Really, it means so much to me. But until next time, I'll check you later.